weeks. So yeah, quite short rehearsal period, isn't it?
We had another week of rehearsal on stage, I think.
Yeah.
An audience.
Maybe for all three of you or one of you, was there anything you found really challenging about your characters that challenged you or, you found hard?
I think for me it was getting into the mind of someone who's done something that John has, and trying to sort of find the justifications that he makes. And I don't know whether I should say what I've kind of formed. Does that spoil it, or no? Yeah. So basically, in the way that I approached it to reconcile myself with what he's done, so that, because obviously if I'm playing it, I've got to kind of be okay with what he's done from his point of view to be able to kind of go on and kind of do a truthful performance. So for me, it was something that he was convinced when he was invited to this house party, he was convinced that he was being invited for one thing only. And so then it was something that she never set out to do. It doesn't obviously justify it, but it was something that he never set out to do. He mistook a situation which then went from bad to worse. And I watched a lot of American sort of teen high school movies actually, and there's this whole kind of thing where they all kind of, they all gather around the door at house parties when they know that a couple have kind of gone in there, and it was one of the things that the pressure of, when she starts screaming, etc., the pressure of what was going on outside the door kind of made it continue. So that's how I kind of, the backstory that I formed in my mind. But I think that was the really difficult kind of arc for me, was trying to find something which is so detestable, but to still try and make a character likable, because obviously I don't want to come out and you'll hate me from the off. Hopefully you didn't. Feel free to disagree.
We do.
But that was
and what you said is quite interesting, because when you start off, I think we all really like your character, and your character we really don't take to very much, and then there's that shift where you actually do that extremely well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. It's very subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Did it feel awkward or uncomfortable being in such close proximity to the audience? Did you ever feel aware of that?
Well, I think someone got sprayed today.
Has anything worse happened when the audience thinks break? Because there's a lot of potential dangers on the floor.
There's a few hazards.
We've rolled on people's feet.
We've rolled on people. We've hurt each other.
Oh yeah.
The tape didn't work one night, so I repeated what's attempted to
I believe
loads of stuff's gone wrong. But it's all the joys of life, isn't it?
And how have you found it? Obviously, because you've just left EastEnders and you guys both done a lot of screen work as well. Obviously, this is a really intimate space, both for the audience and the actors, and you're very much on top of each other. Have you found, like, as the run's gone on, that you're more aware of the audience, or are you able to kind of just focus on this space? How does it feel?
I think the intimacy is really helpful.
As
opposed to being a problem.
More used to it.
Although we all have issues, we'll all go down at the end of the show and be like, did they like it? The audience response is so different every night, and as are our performances. I think we change quite a lot every night, because it's such a fun place to play around with, because there's so much ambiguity in what's being said and who to believe and what's going on. So we tend to mess it up quite a lot. I mean, obviously, there's certain things which stay as they are, but we mess around within it, within our parameters, and I think that's what's so fun about it. And I think maybe that's what that's the intimacy is quite nice for that, because we feel as though the audience are very present and we're responding to them. And then some days, we feel like the audience isn't even there, because there's nothing. We feel as though there's nothing. We're not giving anything out, or that we're not receiving anything back, but we found it quite opposite when we've spoken to people who said, no, we really enjoyed it, we were hooked, but we didn't laugh because we thought it was bad to laugh.
Yeah, it's interesting that it's like a small space, with like different audiences feel the permission to laugh.
I think.
Any other questions?
Yes. If you approach a character, how much like research do you put in, or how do you have any like behaviors that you adapt in your kind of realistic life then as well?
I never stand like this, and that's something that I've started doing out of the play, scarily. A lot of research. We all had quite. Tom, our director, made us all gave us all homework, and I did the really easy one, which was just finding out about music and culture in '99, which was great, beat them to it. And then we did a lot of research into it for the period, because the whole Bill Clinton thing was just going on around that time, which would have definitely influenced my character, I think. And then I think, you do a lot of research into the mindset of the character, and physicality, that kind of thing.
I took a lot of drugs. That was not true.
Is that real beer?
It's ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Yeah.
Ginger beer. Yeah.
But
Comes to that on a masturbate day. I never know when I'm going to burp either.